sometimes they not. Sometimes the examiner might not be so nice, so you have to start from the top and work your way down. Okay. So from the top, work your way down. Now, remember, everything with personal tax needs to be an annual amount. So if a question gives you the gross income, sometimes they can give you the monthly amount. If they give you the monthly amount, you need to convert it to the annual amount. Okay, and by times in by 12, we can get the annual amount. So just remember, annual is very key when it comes to these calculations. Everything needs to be the annual amount. Okay. Everyone happy with that? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to get going. Thumbs up, or if you need me to explain the diagram again, let me know in the chat. Siwa, welcome. Please explain again. Okay, so Yuliswa, just quickly tell me, is this your first lesson? Pomotso as well. Is it your first lesson? Okay, and then Bertha or Berta, you raise your hand. Do you want to unmute and let me know what you're thinking, what you want to ask? Sisanda also.
Hi, Bertha.
Oh, hi, how are you, ma'am?
Good, and you?
Yes, it's also my first time, so I really don't know what exactly going on with my son here.
Okay, so
Yes, thank you.
luckily we don't have to go all the way back to the beginning, although for the last 2 lessons I've kind of explained this diagram. So for everyone that is new, this may look a little bit foreign to you, but I will try my best to keep that in mind that you are new. But all the calculations are going to follow all these steps anyway. So you'll pick up on the pattern as we're going along. Okay, so just quickly, guys, when we're working out personal income tax, we can see personal income tax is at the bottom here. That is the main goal. That is what we are trying to work out. Okay, in order to get or to work out someone's personal income tax, you need to know how much money someone earns, because you pay as you earn. So your tax amount all depends on how much you earn. If you earn more money, you're going to pay more tax. Okay, so that is why gross income is very important. So in a question, they could tell you, so-and-so earns 25,000 Rand per month. That is their gross salary. Then they might mention that this person also contributes towards a pension fund, or they don't, or they donate monthly. And that's where the non-taxable income comes into play. So we always, if we are given someone's gross income, we will minus pension fund contributions if there are any donations being contributed as well. Okay, once we minus that, we are left with income that can actually be taxed. We are only taxed on this income. After we minus pension, after we minus any donations, we are left with taxable income. Once we have got this taxable income, so it's just a simple little formula. All right, on the side here, we have looked at it before. Remember, taxable income is equal to gross income minus your non-taxable. Okay, so move over a little bit. Okay, so your non-taxable is your pension and donations, and gross income will be given to you. Just remember, it always needs to be annual amounts. Everything needs to be worked out annually. Okay, once we get the taxable income, we minus the pension, all of that, we will look at what tax bracket a person falls into. You'll see now what a tax bracket is. Once we work that out, we then look at something called a rebate, which I'll go through now as well. And then sometimes they mention medical tax credits as well. And once we've worked with all of those, we end up with our personal income tax, the tax that someone's now going to pay either for the year or per month. All depends on what the question asks for. Okay. But if you really, really are struggling to keep up, you can look at the past videos, like I mentioned in the rules at the beginning, and just check those out. And then hopefully it will fill in all the gaps. Okay. So just keep this in mind, the formula that I've written down, write that down, keep that close by because you will need it. Okay. So before we go on to questions, there are 4 words that are quite important or that we bring up a lot in these questions. The first one being tax threshold. Does anyone remember what tax threshold is? You can let me know in the chat, or you're welcome to raise your hand and maybe let us know by speaking to us. Might be easier. Does anyone remember what tax threshold is? Sure, well done. The income level at which a person begins paying tax. The income level at which a person begins paying tax. So there will be a certain table given to you that will give you the ages and how much money you need to earn in order to start paying tax. Okay, but that kind of table is given to you. Good, well done. And then tax brackets. If you guys want the definition, you can check in the chat. For tax bracket, who can remember what the tax bracket is? Or what do we use the tax bracket for?
Seems like we're having a slow day today. The answers aren't coming in as quick. We have Ethan who has an answer. The range of incomes taxed at given rates.
Okay, good, that works. Okay, you could also say we use the tax bracket to calculate how much tax someone is going to need to pay. Then rebates, which is quite new. Yes, good, Humotso. Good, good. Those are all correct, and we'll see how they work now. Rebates, remember, is a special discount that you get based on your age. So it is a discount, okay, given after the tax payable has been calculated. Again, also relates to your age. Okay, and medical tax credits, which we will be introducing today, is also a discount given to taxpayers who contribute to medical aid. So if you are contributing to a medical aid, you do get a slight discount off of your tax amount. Okay, so those are just 4 things that keep popping up, and hopefully we do remember them, but at the same time, as long as you know how to work them out, then you're fine. So just to remind ourselves, let's do this worked example together. It says, Tiffany is 66 years old and earns a gross income of 27,000 Rand per month. She contributes 2,025 Rand to a pension fund. Okay. A says, determine her taxable income. Her taxable income. Now, I gave you the formula. Taxable income is your gross income minus non-taxable income. Okay, we just went through this. Now remember, gross income needs to be annual, so we need to times it by 12. Because if we have a look at our question, let's highlight some key words here. 66 years old, that's key because that relates to our rebates, but we don't worry about that yet. Then we look at how did they give us her income? Was it taxable income or gross? They gave us gross income and they gave it to us per month. We know that it needs to be annual. She contributes to a pension fund. That is also important information. Okay, so in order to work out her taxable income, we're going to take her gross amount of 27,000 times by 12 minus her pension contribution 2,025 times by 12, because everything needs to be an annual amount. Okay, and remember to just always show as much working out as possible, because you get a lot of method marks in math literacy. Okay, and because I'm running out of space, I am going to write it over here. Okay, so this final amount is the actual amount that we are going to use to calculate how much tax Tiffany must pay, because she does not pay tax on any pension fund contribution or donations. Okay, now that we've got her taxable income, we can answer B. B asks the tax bracket she falls into. So that means we need to be looking over here at the ranges. Where does her amount of 299,700 fit into in the tax brackets? 299 is in our second tax bracket. So your answer for B would be tax bracket 2. Good, good. I can see all the answers coming in. Well done. Roliswa, what are you asking for? Definitions. I'll go back to that at the end, okay? So good. We all know how to identify the correct tax brackets. And now that we know the tax bracket, we can work out C, her monthly tax payable. So now that we know the tax bracket, we're going to now look at this part of the table. These tables are both always given to you. If they're not given to you, you cannot work out someone's tax. So tax amount. We literally just follow what they tell us in this table. She pays 37,062 Rand plus 26%. And the only thing you need to remember is that you need to substitute the taxable income into this part of the bracket. So 299,700 minus 205,900. So all I did was follow what it said in the table, and I just substituted in her income. Okay. So once you find the correct tax bracket, you move to the right-hand side of the table and follow there. We then work out using BODMAS. So we do the brackets first. Okay, 93,800. Then according to BODMAS, we're going to do the times part next. Okay. I didn't. Okay, 24,388. Add the two together and you get an answer of 61,450. Okay, and that's how you normally work out the tax amount. And then, like we learned last week, we need to minus rebates. Okay, so once we get to this point, our rebate needs to come off. Tiffany is 66 years old. So which rebates does she qualify for? Nice. We can't show primary and secondary. Okay, so she gets the primary and the secondary. So it's 14,958 minus 8,199. So because of her age, she gets both discounts. So I'm minusing both from the amount. Good, good. You guys, I can see that you understand the concept of rebates. So once I minus those two, I get 38,293. And remember, because we've always used the annual amount, that's how much tax she needs to pay per year. We quickly go and check the question. They wanted to know her monthly tax payable. How much does she pay per month? So we divide our answer by 12. Sometimes they can ask for the monthly, sometimes you just leave it as is. Okay, and that gives you 3,191,08. Don't forget your decimals when we're working with money. You always need to have 2 decimal places. Okay. Nice. Okay. I can see all these right answers coming through. So that means we are confident and we can try question 2 by ourselves. Let's start off with just A for now. So quickly work that out for me. Keep your answers to yourselves for now, and then I'll ask you to put it on the chat. But I just want everyone to have a good chance first, okay? So just do 2A quickly.
In the chat, we have Asanda saying, ma'am, can you slide up a little to see the last answer for question 1?
Sure. Sorry, I did go a bit fast there.
Everyone is so busy.
Which is good.
Busy and focused. They have their thinking caps on. I like it. Lungelo already has an answer for us. And Asanda's done.
Lungelo. I need to try and figure out what you did there. Okay, you can release your answers, guys. If you want to show
Look
me
at Siwa. I got a direct message from Zoom user. If Zoom user could please change their name. You've been providing us with such lovely answers and we'd like to call you on your name.
Okay, so I am seeing very different answers. And I think, yep, So most of us only followed through halfway, and you just worked out the pension amount for 1 month. Remember, we wanted for the year. So we have to take our answer and times by 12. So normally, Ethan, you raise your hand. Let's hear. You can unmute yourself and let us know. Okay. If you have any issues, just let us know in the chat. Okay, Ethan. Going back to how to work out pension, we take in the person's gross salary. We times by 7.5% because the pension is 7.5% of that amount. Of means times. Okay, and that will just give us the amount for 1 month. So then we times by 12. And let me see if anyone got this answer. Okay, Lungelo, I think you forgot a 0. Okay, so Ayabonga, for example, you just gave me monthly. Humotso. Okay. Everyone happy with that? If not, let me know in the chat.
Sisanda and Zoom user got the answer. And then Tsako just forgot the cents.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
Okay, so now calculate Simpiwe's taxable income. Remember, taxable income, we have a nice, lovely formula for it. Quickly work that out for me. Okay, keep your answers to yourself for now. I'll let you know when you can share. Work out taxable income. Okay, Kia, I see there's a message from Zoom user to help with changing.
Yeah, I'm currently texting them now.
Okay.
I can change it for you. Just send me your name via private message. That was so quick. Asanda's asking if they can send their answers already.
Yes, send your answers. Because again, I'm seeing a whole lot of different ones. Okay, so let's quickly check what we did. We used our formula for taxable income. Okay, gross income would be the gross income that was given to us, which was 35,560,50. 35,560,50 we times by 12. Non-taxable income, we just worked it out. Okay, 32,004,45 times by 12. What is the answer for the first brackets? Okay, 4. Okay.
Asa says it's 426,720. Asa, just make sure you change your messages to everyone.
Okay, I see Ayabonga and Sako got that. Then the second bracket is equal to, so we say 32,004,45 times by 12. Get an answer of good. Okay, I can see the right answers coming in now. 384,053,40. When we minus those two, we get an answer of okay, you guys are still giving me the answer for the second bracket. Final answer, everyone happy with that one? Okay, good. Happy. So taxable income. So we still haven't even worked out tax yet, just the taxable income. All right, so C, Simpiwe claims that he pays more than 6,500 Rand in tax per month. Verify using calculations if the statement is valid. So in order to see if he pays more than 6,500, we actually need to work out how much tax he pays. Okay, so C, we're trying to work out the tax amounts. I'm going to let you guys try that for a little bit. Give you 3 minutes and then you can put your answers in the chat.
Time to put those thinking caps on.
Something didn't. She weren't meant to be times by 12 over here because we have done it already. The top here. So it is already times by 12. Okay, so it is an actual fact. Sorry, thank you so much for picking it up, Sisanda. Okay. We've already times it by 12. That is the yearly amount. So it's the 426,726 minus 32,004,45, which gives us an answer of sure. 394,721,55. Yes, guys, thank you. Well done. Well done. Does that make sense now? I'm so sorry, I missed that. Okay. Good. Okay, so now that is the taxable income that we're going to be using to work out the tax that Simpiwe needs to pay. So going back to the tax bracket, Simpiwe is going to fall into tax bracket 3. Okay, so your working out should look like that for your tax bracket. That's fine, Khomotso. Okay, when you guys are ready, you can give me your final answer. Before rebates, answer before rebates. Nice, Ayibunga. Good.
Taco got the same answers. Wow.
Nice. You guys are correct. So once you do that whole line, remember showing all your working out, but so I can save time, I'm just going to go straight to the answer. Okay, that is the tax payable. And then we need to remember rebates. Simpiwe is 55 years old, so he only qualifies for the primary rebates. So we get a discount of 14,958. Okay. So for the year, he's going to be paying 74,853.68.
We have a question from Aza in the chat. She says, ma'am, by the bracket next to the percentage, do we multiply or add?
Multiply. Always multiply. Because it's 26% of taxable amount above that. Okay, so we multiply. Okay, good, Nsako. Now, they asked us to clarify if Simpiwe pays more than 6,500 in tax per month. We just worked out his yearly amount that he needs to pay. So we're going to divide by 12. Okay. So that means every month he needs to pay 6,237.81. Remember to round correctly to 2 decimal places. Okay, and therefore we must say his statement is not valid because he is wrong. He pays less. His statement is not valid. You can say because he pays less than 6,500, but at the end of the day, it's important that you answer the actual question, which is to tell us if he was correct or not. Everyone happy? Okay, good. Let me know now if you need me to explain anything or if I can move on to the next thing. So give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're ready to move on. You've understood this question.
Asa says, ma'am, please re-explain C. I'm a bit confused.
Okay, so as I quickly, all we did, okay, so we took the taxable income from the previous question. Okay, we identified that it fell into this bracket. Once we know which bracket we fall into, we now use this part of the tax bracket. So we just follow what it says, which is 67,144 plus 31% of, so we times, and we always substitute the person's income. So what we've just highlighted in blue, substitute that income into the formula. Okay, which is what we have done over here. I just followed what the tax bracket told me to do and substituted the income. Okay, I got the final answer, 89,811,68. Then I minus the rebate because we always do that at the end. Get our final answer. So that's how much tax they need to pay for the year, but we needed to prove a monthly amount. So that is why we divided by 12 and we got this answer. So all we did was took our previous answer, put it into the tax brackets, minus the rebates, got our answer, and then divided by 12 so we could get the monthly amount. Okay.
Then we have a question from Siwa. She says, ma'am, do we always have to multiply by 12 even when they are asking for taxable income?
Yes, it all depends on what they give you. Okay, so in the question, it says gross salary per month. Sometimes they can give you the gross salary for the year. Whenever they give it to you for the month, you must times by 12. Okay, whenever it's monthly, you times by 12. And then we use that as the formula when we're looking for how much tax the person pays? Yes. So as soon as you've got the tax bracket, you use the right-hand side of this table, whichever one lines up with your bracket, to work out the tax. Okay. Okay, so now, similar thing, but we're going to be introducing medical tax credit. So we do everything that we've been doing. We work out someone's tax, minus the rebates, and then medical tax credits come into play. So this is new for everyone. So I'm going to do this one with you. It says, Kaylee is a 45-year-old. She earns an annual taxable income of 410,000. She pays towards medical aid for herself and her daughter. Using the information below, calculate Kaylee's annual tax payable. So let's look at the key words here. Taxable, annual taxable income. So the person was nice here. They gave you the taxable income. We don't need to work anything out. Pension's been taken out. Everything's been times by 12. This is the annual taxable income given to you. The next key thing she says, she pays medical aid for herself and her daughter. Okay, and that we want the answer as an annual amount. So let's get started. First things first, which tax bracket does Kaylee fall into? Tax bracket 1, 2, or 3?
Drop your answer in the chat.
Okay, good. Tax bracket 3, her income amount fits in over here. Okay, so that means we're going to be looking at the section next to it. So tax payable, 67,144 plus 31%, okay, of her taxable income. So I'm substituting it in here, minus 321. 600. Okay, using BODMAS, you would get a final answer of 94,548. Okay, so you would obviously show more steps, but because of time, I'm just going to jump to the end. Okay, then once we get that amount, we look at rebates. Which rebate does Kaylee qualify for? She's 45 years old, so good. I can see the answers coming in. She only qualifies for the primary rebate based on her age. So we're going to minus that. 14,958. And that's going to give you an amount of 79,590. So if she did not contribute to any medical aid, that's where we would stop. That's how much tax she needs to pay. But because she contributes to medical aid, we now look at a new table called medical aid, monthly tax credits. Okay, so I just want to check if there's a question here. Nope. All right. So the key word with this table is that it's monthly, and we know that everything needs to be annually. But before we get there, remember, medical aid or the medical tax credits is also a discount. So discount means we're going to minus it. Okay. She says she's paying for herself, so she would be the main member. And her daughter will qualify as the first dependent. Okay, if she had 2 children, then we'd even go down to the next one, the 209 amount as a second dependent. Okay, but for this instance, it's just the main member and the first dependent. Okay, so those two together, thanks, to see the answer in the chat, is 620 Rand. Because it's 310 for herself, 310 for her daughter. But remember, that is just the monthly discount, so we're going to have to times this by 12. So always remember, when medical tax credits come into play, we have to times by 12. Okay, so 79,590 minus 620 times 12 gives you 7440. So her final tax amount is 72,150. They ask for the annual amount, so we don't need to divide by 12. So can you see how medical tax credits work? They come off just like rebates. After we've done the rebates, we take the medical tax credits off, and it's only if someone contributes. If they don't contribute, we don't worry about this table at all. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys to try question 4 for me quickly. I'm just going to change it slightly. Okay, this is our last question, so let's see if we can do it really well. So just a reminder, the question or the examiner was really nice because they gave you the taxable incomes, the pension, all of that's been taken off. Just pay attention to how it was given to you though. Let me know if you need help in the chat. I'm here. Okay, so just to check taxable income, the annual taxable income, you have to take the monthly income times by 12. Okay, so you should have it annual taxable income of 444,000. Then you can look at your tax bracket.
Zako's asking if they can answer.
Yes.
Zako and Siwa got the same answer.
And they definitely understand this. Well done, you too. Nice, Ethan. Nice, Komotso. Okay. So for time purposes, let's go through this. Nice, Bonkansho. Okay, so I'm not going to do the whole BODMAS steps now. Okay, so I'm just going to get the final answer, but please show all your steps. If we weren't running out of time, I would have done it. So if we look at the tax bracket and we do our calculations, we get an answer of 105,088. Okay, then we need to minus rebates. Okay, Sean qualifies only for the primary rebates, so we only minus 14,958, which gives you 90,130. And then he does contribute to medical aid, but he only contributes for himself, so he only gets the 310 Rand as a discount, but we have to times by 12 because that's a monthly discount, and we always use an annual amount. Okay, which gives you 90,130 minus 3,720, which gives you an answer of 86,410. Nice. Yes, Komoso, you do get, I see Kia also answered. You do get lots of method marks. So always show as much working out as possible. Okay, is everyone happy with that question? Happy with medical tax credits? Not that complicated. The only thing you need to remember is that it comes after rebates. It's also a discount, so it's minused. And then most importantly, times your medical tax credit by 12. Okay, but let's see what everyone says. Yes, yes, yes. Happy. Okay, great. So if you are, I nearly got tricked by the annual on the medical, but I'm good. Okay, yeah. So it does get tricky with the whole monthly and annual thing. So please pay special attention to that in the question. See how they've given it to you and what they want the answer in. Okay, great. For all the newbies, if you are still feeling a little bit lost, and for anyone else for that matter, you can go look at the first 2 videos that we did do on personal income tax.